Hello friends, welcome. Friends, you know that the base station data for 5G DoT keep publishing on a regular basis. So the latest data was published on 31st of March 2025. So if you go to this website of DoT, 5G BTS is deployed, you will be able to get the latest data, which is 47K of BTSs. So this is one data which we have. The other data that we have is the total BTS and tower information, which also DoT keeps publishing. So if you go to this website and you go to the dashboard, you can see Telecom tower install and Telecom BTS is installed, and you can download this information, but it will be hard to download because this these dates are only within a window of 12. I don't know who created this website. You cannot do a download more than 12 days, a block of 12 days. So you have, if you are a software engineer, then you will be able to do it, or you have to learn software in order to extract this data. So I have done it, and I have created a visualization, which is right here. I'll show you. This is the viz that I have created, and I posted that in my website. So friends, why I am doing this video today? In this video, based on the various data that of base stations that are available from various sources, which is quite discrete and fragmented all across the, you can say all across the web page, where different people give different information. I would like to triangulate this information and try to unlock how many base stations got deployed within a window period of 15 months, which will give us a good insight as whether the base stations of 4G have been deployed mainly by Vodafone and BSNL, or others also have contributed who are focused on mainly 5G, like Bharti and Reliance. So that would give us an insight as to what is going on in the 4G space, which is very interesting. So friends, what I will do is, I will first go into one question answer, Parliament question, which was recently given by our Honorable Minister. So if you see that on 26th of March 2025, there was a response based on certain questions which were asked. So I extracted a relevant information from this question, which is the following. It says supply of 4G equipment started from September 2023, and as on 8th March 2025, total base station for BSNL as far as 4G is concerned is 83,903, right? So you can clearly see this, right? And it says these many numbers are on air. So I will just go with this number 83,933, and I will go with this number September 23, which means from October onwards, BSNL started with 0 4G and it went to around 83,993, right? So this is one. So let's use this information and go to my data, means that sheet that I have. So if you see here, I started from October, same October, and went up to February, because this data which I have is starting from March. March is not complete, so I have assumed that it will not be so inaccurate. So this data is from the DoT's dashboard. So I have the incremental numbers down below. So what are the incremental numbers? The 5G incremental numbers are here. The rest of the 4G incremental numbers are here, and I calculated this because I know the total BTS and incremental number. So I simply subtract the total from the 5G BTS where the numbers are announced, and I get the rest of the BTS's number. And the towers numbers are anyway given on a standalone basis, right friends? This is I saw. Now when I was looking at this data, I find that if I add all these rest, means it includes 2G, 3G, 4G. So I am assuming that there will be no 2G and 3G installed within this block period of time, because people have been mainly focused on 4G. So I am assuming that this number will be, this whole thing adds up to 70K, 70.7K, right? But this does not add up, because as you know, BSNL number is, what was the BSNL number which I just saw? 83.9, so 84K. So when it is 84K, how can this number be 70K? Doesn't it sound strange? So then I found that this block this 3 block period and maybe the 4th block period also, there have been negative installation, because you see these numbers have gone negative, right? So how did it first get negative? Because this is from the period of June, July and August. Mainly July month the numbers have gone significantly negative. So what I did was, I went to the Vodafone's KPI statement, and I find that this is the row number which talks about the total number of, let me just take my pen away from this, otherwise you will So you see the total number of broadband site, which is 3G plus 4G, right? So if you see here, this is the total number of broadband site. Now, interestingly, Vodafone on 31st March 2024 had 43 K sites. No, how many? 430K, total broadband sites, which basically become 417K. So if I do a subtraction from this minus this, right? So there has been a drop of 13K, right? 13.4K, right? So there is definitely a lost size of 3, maybe this is 3G, because when you say total number of broadband sites, 3G by 4G. So I am assuming that this drop is because of 3G. But this drop, which is on account of 3G, cannot be considered as an absolute drop, because there must have been some 4G additions also, right? We don't know that number, because you can't simply assume that this number, whatever has gone down from here to here, is because of only 3G, because they might have increased some amount of value from from this quarter to this quarter. So there must have been some incremental addition. So if this was negative 15K, then if you assume that 2K 4G sites were added, so this becomes minus 13K, right? So something like that. You got it, you got the gist of it. So in order to estimate what happened, first we know, because this drop is on account of Vodafone. That we understand now, because otherwise how can there be such a significant drop? There must be some Vodafone activity going on where the 3G sites have been dismantled. So this is very clear on that. So what I can do, I will do the following. I will, all the negative numbers that I see here, I will add up to the 70K. Then on an average number what we see from here to here, I will add that also. You probably are getting it what I am trying to do, so as to arrive at the accurate rest of the BTSs, excluding those things which have been taken out. So let's do it right in front of you. 70.7, right? This is the number here. This is the number here, right? So 70.7. Then I add what? I had 1.849, right? Then I add 15.103, and then I add roughly, let's say 0.7, right? 6.625, it will be 0.7. So this translates into how much? This translates 88K, right? So this number becomes from 70K to 88K, right? But that is not the right number. The reason is that this number may not have dropped that significantly, because there must have been some positive 4G additions which might have reduced these drops. So what I have to do is I have to take an average 4G based on what I see here where the things were stable, and add for these 4 months, right? These 4 months, right? So if I add that for 4 months and assume that will be roughly around 4.5K, right? 4.5K. So 4.5 multiplied by 4 months comes out to be 106K. I think this should be fine, roughly around 106K, because this is the 4 months I have to take into consideration, these 4 months, right? So the total towers, right, of 4G between these periods, starting from what? Starting from October to February, is how much? Right? You agree with me? This was this calculation, 106K. Now, out of 106K, from 106K, what I do? I subtract this number of BSNL 84K because I know BSNL started with 0, right? So what I do is I minus 84K. So I am left with how much? 22K, right? You see 22K. See that number? Sorry. Sorry. So this is the number 22K. Can you see it? This is the number. Oh, sorry. But you can see it, right? You can see this number 22K, 22.35K. So 22.35K is what Vodafone has added. Is it correct to assume that Vodafone has added only 24.35K? So let's go to the Vodafone sheet and see what is going on. Now Vodafone had how much? The total 3G plus 4G number 44, 44, 44, then it went down slightly, then 43, then it dropped significantly, and then it went to high. So I will take the lowest number as the reference and the highest number as the upper threshold. And if I do a subtraction of these two numbers, let me just do the subtraction. So this minus this, how much? 43K, right? So 43K of 4G base station Vodafone has added. Clearly, it is clearly relevant from this, right? Because this is the lowest number and this is the highest number, which is on 31st December 2024. And maybe it has added more because I have only number till 31st December 2024. So by March, this number may be how much? I don't know, maybe 50K, 60K. Right, so if this number is 50K, 60K, then how can I am getting this number as 22K? I'm not able to understand. So you have to help me out this. Let's do the calculation again. This is 70K, right? From here to here, which includes everything. 4G, 2G, 3G, everything, right? Except 5G. So this number, in order to correct this number, I have to do the calculation corrected by removing all the negative, adding all the negative, and adding an average of all these things, right? Let's do it again. So you can see it 70 plus 1.849, which you can see here, plus 15.03 plus 0.7, and I can actually subtract this 876, but I forgot it. Let's remove, let's not bother about that. And then I assume that it is 4.5K on an average and multiply with this 4 months. And then subtract 84 comes out to be 22. Clearly you can see 22.35. So if it is 22.35K is what the number looks like from October to February. And I can clearly see here from Vodafone's number that from the lowest number, Vodafone has added 43K. So then from where this 20K plus number is coming from? Because it clearly tells us that Vodafone might have added more. It is not visible here. It can't be, I can't see here, right? Or it may be the reason that BSNL did not start from 0. BSNL might have started from a number called 10K, 20K, maybe that. But if that is so, then what is this statement all about? Supply of 4G equipment started from September 23. Friends, do you understand where the numbers are not adding up? So here, this number, right? Again, I'll show you the calculation right in front of you. You can pause the video and can have a look at this number. 70.7, which is right in front of you, plus 1.849, plus 15.013, plus 0.7, plus 4.5 into 4 minus 84 comes out to be 22K. But I can see that this number from June till December is 43K for Vodafone. So add another 20K, right? It becomes 60K or 50K. So if this number has to be 50K or 60K, then how come this number is coming out to be 22.3.5K by Vodafone and rest all other contribution from Bharti and Reliance Jio is 0 on 4G? Friends, I would like you to tell me, and you see this number right in front of you, pause the video and have a look at it. I'll just take this window slightly here and let me put it here. No, let me put it here. And you can just pause the video and look at this number and tell me where I have gone wrong. I don't know Look at the Vodafone number also, right? Look at the Vodafone number, total broadband site. Look at this, stable, 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 and suddenly dropped and then increased. So what is going on, friends? Tell me. You have to tell me because I don't know. I am trying. So this is what the numbers tell us, right? This is what DoT's number tell us. This is a DoT's. This number is coming from DoT, right? Clearly, if you go to the website of DoT and you can extract this number, you can clearly see the top towers are going like this. Towers are going like this. The total BTS's numbers are going like this, and the rest of the BTS number is just a subtraction of the 5G BTS's number. So I'm clueless what is going on, where the numbers have gone missing. Anyway, friends, I thought of just putting this before you, and if anybody has got any insight, he can put it in the comment box, and we will all get enlightened by your inputs, because I may not have some information, I might have missed something. So you have to tell me where some things have gone wrong. Anyway, friends, I'm stopping here and I'll come back with a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll come back with a new video next time on a new topic. Thank you very much.